How many times have you heard someone say, oh, I've got terrible luck with relationships, or I always attract the wrong kind of friends? The truth is, they're not unlucky, they're just making choices based on beliefs that they have about themselves. And the thing is, every belief is self-fulfilling. Even psychology says that our words are like self-fulfilling prophecies. When you keep repeating things like, I'm so bad at learning languages, or I'm so bad at being consistent at the gym, or even I'm just not good at public speaking. You're not just speaking words, you're giving a command to your brain. And your brain, it will listen to this direct command. It takes those words and turns them into your reality. And here's a little experiment you can try. Let's say you're mid-conversation and you forget what you were going to say, and you tell yourself, oh, I can't remember, I'll never recall. Guess what? Your brain stopped searching for that information. You literally told it to give up. Now, try this instead. Wait, I forgot it for a second, but it will come back to me. And just like that, your brain keeps working on the background until that memory pops back into your mind. You can use this in every area of your life because your words hold power. If you're constantly saying to yourself that something is really hard for you or that you're not good at something, then your mind simply obeys. But if you start speaking differently, more intentionally, you can actually begin to rewire your subconscious. Limiting beliefs are built through repetitions or an emotional impact. And what do I mean by that? Maybe something only happened once, but it left a deep mark. That one moment planted a seed in your mind. For example, you were giving a presentation at uni, you forgot what you were going to say, and everyone started laughing at you. Or maybe you wore something a bit different and just felt judged. Even if it only happened once, the emotional impact was so big that it created a belief. And now, every time you're in a similar situation, your mind will play that memory back again. But here's the good news. Just like those beliefs were created, they can be rewritten. And this is what this episode is all about. Taking 10 minutes a day to think differently, speak differently, and shift into the version of yourself that is confident, that is powerful and free. You're not stuck. You're just following a node script. And now it's time to edit. So how do we start to break these limiting beliefs? We start today through repetition. There are many tools and exercises that can help, but of course we don't have the time to go through all of them, so we'll talk about the most important. One of the most powerful ones is reparenting your inner child, that emotional part of you that still holds on to past pain. Because the truth is, we all have an inner child, and while that child remains wounded, the adult version of us can't fully heal either. As children, we didn't have a choice, but now as adults, we have a chance to show up for ourselves in a different way. Maybe you never received praise growing up. Maybe you were never told that you were worthy of being loved and you were smart. Maybe you never truly felt seen. But you know what? That doesn't matter anymore because you can give that to yourself now. Maybe the people around you never knew how to give love and validation because they never received it themselves. They did the best they could with what they knew at the time. Let go of the blame. Forgive them. Be grateful for their journey, even the parts that hurt, because those experiences helped shape the powerful person you are right now. Even the pain has taught you something. Maybe you didn't get what you needed as a child, but that's okay because we're gonna rewrite that story now. And here is how you start. Every morning, look at yourself in the mirror. Not just a quick glance while you're doing your makeup or fixing your hair. I mean, really look at yourself. Look into your eyes, speak your name. At first, it's gonna feel awkward. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna feel weird. Maybe even a little bit fake. It felt the same way when I started, but trust me, this is where the shift begins. Say something like this. Giovanna, I love you. You're beautiful. You're smart. Exactly as the way you are. You are creative. You are loving. You are loyal. And I will never abandon you. I am with you. That's self-acceptance and that's inner healing. You start building a new relationship with yourself. You begin to be more compassionate and tolerant with who you are. I used to be my worst critic. Every time I did something wrong or said something I shouldn't have, I would beat myself up for it. That was the tone I spoke to myself, so damaging and so aggressive. When you speak to yourself like that, you are slowly destroying your self-worth. You're chipping away your self-love. But now things are very different. If I drop something and I break it, or if I say the wrong thing, I will take a breath, and say to myself, it's okay, my love, it's alright, you'll figure it out. You just learned another way of how not to do it, and it's alright. Because healing is learning to speak to yourself as if you would talk to someone you love. I don't judge myself anymore. If I mess up, I'll just tell myself I learned another way of how not to do it, and that's alright. Because mistakes are not failure. The quicker you allow yourself to fail, the quicker you learn, grow, and succeed. So don't be afraid of getting it wrong. The faster you leap, the faster you are going to get to where you want to be. Honestly, if I hadn't taken that leap, if I hadn't started my YouTube channel despite the fear of not being perfect, if I'd let the overthinking and perfectionism win, I never would have moved abroad and lived the amazing experiences I've had. You don't need to feel ready. You're never going to feel 100% ready. That version of ready is a myth. And perfection doesn't exist. It's walking the path that creates the path. It's by doing that we evolve, that we get better, that we discover our gifts. Even the ones we never even thought that we had. I never imagined I would be here talking to other women about self-love, wellness, and how to become the best version of themselves. But once you walk the talk and once you go through your healing and growth, you earn the right to help others to rise. You become someone who leads by living. So please do this mirror exercise daily. At first, it's gonna feel weird. You're gonna think, oh, this is so awkward. That's how I felt too. I remember calling myself my love and just thinking, oh, this feels so fake. But keep going, because soon it flows. Soon you start to feel the love and you connect and you come home to yourself. And that, my lovelies, is where the magic begins.